Hey, what's up, movie fans? This is your buddy, your pal, London Hawthorne, and this is my very quick review of Suicide Squad. Now, I wanted to go into this with a clear mind. I lowered my expectations because I didn't want to be disappointed. This is my number 2 most hyped film of the year, my most anticipated film, bar none, after Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. I gotta say, I wanted to see this movie so bad. I'm a big DC fan. I know Marvel gets the fair share, more than their fair share, of the acclimate, the attention of the universe of comics and such. So DC is loading up with Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, Man of Steel. They're slowly but surely getting there. We got the Justice League movie coming out, and of course we got Wonder Woman. This has quite a bit to live up to. Connected with the Man of Steel and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice universe, there is definitely a connection here, and they need these pieces to coincide very well. I gotta say, I enjoyed just on my initial thoughts. I think it was a really cool undertaking. They went a little bit different. They've actually included magic. Magic is real in this DC universe. It's pretty cool. Some of the things went over my head. I'm not going to claim that I'm the biggest DC fan ever and I knew everything about everything, but I gotta say, this is a buddy film. This is an ensemble piece for sure. Some of the kids actually had more screen time than others. Of course, when you have Will Smith in the film, you would assume that he would have the meat of the film, and he definitely does. However, some of the extra characters are done really well, and they are showcased very well. Some, unfortunately, are not. Adam Beach, I think, needed to be developed quite a bit more, and I think it would have actually helped him in the long run. Getting more emotion invested in characters is absolutely pivotal and necessary when you're doing any kind of movie, let alone a comic book movie. It's far-fetched, but you need to bring these guys back home. You need to make sure people can, empathize with people. Beach's character was one of those that was just completely underutilized. You've got Jai Courtney. Adam Beach was Slipknot. I was trying to remember the name. Very, very underutilized. You got Jai Courtney, who, I think is an okay actor. He's just kind of, one of those guys. He's got an incredible physique and doesn't really necessarily exude charisma. Now, being able to use his traditional accent, I think, is the key to making this guy go over well in film. As Captain Boomerang, he's very funny in his role that he has, and he's very, very important. Adewale Akinyo Abaje, I apologize immensely. AAA, he does a really cool job as Killer Croc. He's one of those big, fewer words go further kind of guys. He's got some really funny things to say, and it means, well, he's a big, cool dude. His CG looks really cool. His makeup looks really cool. Katana she's pretty cool. She's more of a realistic person in this. Deadshot, Will Smith, he's phenomenal. He exudes this role to a T. Really, really good leading man. Margot Robbie, finally, Harley Quinn is showcased on the big screen. She does a phenomenal job. Little cues to previous incarnations of Harley. You see her different, gesture wear and just different flashbacks. It's really, really, really cool. If you're going, I would recommend, if you're seeing this film, go in not expecting Joker to be a pivotal role. He is not on screen a tremendous amount. That being said, neither was Heath Ledger's Joker. Jack Nicholson's Joker obviously was. Cesar Romero's obviously was. But this is not his film. Now, it's imperative that he gets more screen time in the next film. I think it's a really different, unique version of the Joker. I think it's a nice little hybrid of previous Jokers with his own twist to it. Maybe you don't agree with his acting methods, but it's whatever. I think Jared Leto did a phenomenal job. That's right, I said it. I think he has a ton writing against him, and I think he was unique enough, but he also had what we love about Joker. It was a nice little mesh. And they teased us. They didn't give us everything about him, and I like that. I definitely want to see more. And I think I would rather want to see more than say, man, they gave us too much, if that makes any sense. Jay Hernandez is really, really good as El Diablo. Very cool character. I like that. I think that there's definitely a lot of maybe editing snafus. They were kind of throwing some stuff here and there. I like his story arc. I think it's really cool paced. It's just very cool backstory. A lot of these characters don't necessarily get the same amount of screen time as others. El Diablo's here. You got Harley, and then you've got Deadshot. And the other guys are kind of right here. And Slipknot is all the way down the floor. Rick Flag, Joel Kinnaman, who played RoboCop, he's pretty good. He's kind of got this country accent, even though he's Swedish. You may know him as the new RoboCop. Did a good job. There's definitely some secrets that you need to watch and find out. He's been hired by Viola Davis to get basically this group of villains to a greater villainous thing. If they die, they die. Who cares? Nobody's going to care about them, right? The villain is Enchantress. We've actually seen a lot in the trailers, and probably for good reason, because it's kind of a weak sauce villain. Now, I'm not saying she did a bad job as Enchantress, but Cara Delevingne, whatever. She's an okay villain, but it's kind of a formulaic story. The machine building up into the sky, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. It's just formulaic, and I think that they probably could have done something a little bit different, but it looked cool. I'll say that. Her little minion putty guys, there's no continuity with these. It's just like Walking Dead. At the beginning, they're super villainous, and how are our heroes gonna supervillains? How are our supervillain heroes gonna survive? And then by the end of it, they're like, oh, here's a baseball bat. Some things just don't connect, and it's not believable. I know it's a comic book movie, but there's just certain elements that are just a little bit too unbelievable. I think they go through the same kind of not isotope. I'm trying to think of the phrasing I'm trying to word. Like, I think the first half of that movie is really good. They get into the big city. It makes sense. It's just like Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York kind of deal. They have to go through. It's kind of just paint by numbers. Like, oh, they go here, they go here, they go here. It's kind of a little too predictable for my sake. There is a cameo by someone who you may know who lives in Gotham. Won't spoil it, but it's very cool throughout the film. I recommend it. There is a scene during the middle of the credits that you absolutely should stay for. I think you'll dig that as well. I give it a big thumbs up. I'm planning on seeing it a second time, and I'll give a more in-depth review. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. I really, really do. Thank you so much. And if you could leave a comment and let me know what you guys think of the movie, I would love to hear it. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.